Welcome back to Legalese 123, where we are covering cases across America. Hello and welcome back to Legalese 123. We are in the midst of the Kouri Richins trial. Day 2. First morning session, they had their first morning break, and now we are headed back. We have another witness that's coming on the stand. It must be investigator day. So first we had Officer Wynn, then we had the Office of the Medical Examiner. She just transports the body. Now we're up to who's next. So let's get right into it. Remember that I do have this on like 1.3 or 1.4 speed. So hopefully this gets us going through and it doesn't drag out. Let's see what we got next.
Please have a seat, folks. Thank you.
Okay, we are witness number 6 for the prosecution.
All right, have a seat. Thank you. Counsel, the state's next witness, please.
Deputy Pimentel, please.
Very good.
Deputy something with the P, I believe. You heard about this person a couple of times.
Please step in front of Brittany. We'll get you sworn in. My apologies.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat. Good morning. Go ahead and pull that mic towards you a little bit just to make sure we don't miss anything. If you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
David Pimentel, Pimentel.
Where do you work?
I work at the Summit County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked there?
Almost 7 years.
What's your assignment at the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Currently, I'm on patrol with the Canine Unit.
What about in 2022? What was your assignment then?
That was the same assignment.
You were working as a patrol deputy?
Yes, correct.
Before we jump into the case at hand, I want to talk a little bit with you about the chain of command within the police, within the sheriff's office. So you mentioned that you're a patrol deputy.
Yes.
And above that, there's a patrol sergeant. Is that correct?
Yes.
There's a lieutenant.
Yes.
There's a captain.
Yes.
And there's also an investigations division.
Correct.
And as a patrol deputy, you went out to the scene on March 4th of 2022.
That's correct.
And that was at the 282 Willow Court home.
Yes.
What were your responsibilities that night?
Primarily would be scene security, but I was also tasked with starting a medical log.
What's a medical log?
It's basically a log of any medication that the decedent would have in their possession. We start the log. We take all the medication that's there. We log how much is there. We log everything about that medication.
And that was your primary responsibility while you were there?
Correct.
And you completed that log to the best of your ability?
Okay, so there you go. He's the one that secures the medical log. He's the one that looks for things and what have you. So then he probably gives it to her, who then transports it with the body. There we go. See, questions are being answered already.
While you were there?
Yes.
Did you?
Let's back it up.
Medication that the decedent would have in their possession. We start the log. We take all the medication that's there. We log how much is there. We log everything about that medication.
And that was your primary responsibility while you were there?
Correct.
And you completed that log to the best of your ability while you were there?
Yes.
Did you locate medications for Eric Richins?
I did.
Where did you look for those?
I looked for them in the bathroom, which is where I was made aware that they were most likely going to be.
Where did you look in the bathroom?
I looked on the counter. I think there was a drawer that was mentioned, and then I looked in a cupboard that was above the toilet.
And you were looking for these medications where you were told by Ms. Kouri Richins they might be?
Correct.
And at this point, when you're looking for medications, you were aware that Mr. Richins may have taken a THC gummy?
Yes, I was made aware of that.
And while you were looking for these medications, did you see any THC gummies?
No, I did not.
When you looked in that cupboard above the toilet, did you see any THC gummies?
No, I did not.
How do you know that?
I'm on part of my duties on patrol is typically to look for narcotics, and so I have a lot of training and a lot of experience in locating narcotics such as THC gummies, THC products, or other narcotics and paraphernalia that goes with it.
So you're familiar with what those look like?
Yes, I am.
And if you would have seen them on the night of March 4th, what would you have done?
I would have left them where they were at, and then I would have notified the investigations team when they came in that there were in fact narcotics located while inside the house.
And you didn't find any?
No, I did not.
You didn't find any drug paraphernalia?
No.
You didn't find any illicit drugs?
I did not.
Just a moment.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and please do. Is he considering THC a narcotic? That's what it sounds like to me. Like, no. I wonder if is THC legal in?
Those are all my questions for you. I expect the defense might have some as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I just used the Google. And it said I Googled, is THC a narcotic in Utah? And it says yes. THC is considered a Scheduled 1 controlled substance in Utah. This classification means under the state law, it is generally illegal to possess or use and is treated as a drug with a high potential for abuse. Wah, wah, wah. There's your answer. All right, buddy, you got some splaining to do. Me thinky that the defense is going to be questioning you about some stuff.
Good morning, Deputy.
Good morning.
So the night of March 4th, your early morning, March 4th, really, could you tell me what time you arrived at the scene?
Don't recall exactly what time.
All right. Let me just see if this refreshes your recollection.
Yes, that seems about right. Yes.
So about what time did you arrive at the scene?
Around 3:30 or 3:50.
3:50. And what time did you leave?
I also don't recall exactly what time I left.
Would it be accurate?
Yes, what's written there would be accurate. It would be based on radio logs, which is when I clear the scene or arrive on scene.
So does 5:09 a.m. sound correct to you?
Yes.
Is that about right?
Yes.
All right. So when you got there, who was already present?
I believe that medical was present. I do not recall if there were any other law enforcement present, but I do recall that they were medical was on scene.
Okay, medical. So EMTs.
Yeah, so when I say medical, I mean like EMT and also the fire department. I just view them as the same entity. So I don't know if it was one or the other. I just know that medical personnel were on scene.
And you said your assignment at the scene was security and a medical log.
That's correct.
So all your information about medications, did it come from Ms. Richins, or were there other deputies that told you or repeated to you what Ms. Richins had told them?
They both, yes. So there wasn't as I recall, there was another deputy who informed me, hey, there might be more medications in the bathroom.
More medications in the bathroom as compared to the bedroom?
I don't recall if the bedroom was mentioned, so I can't give you a firm answer on that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Where specifically in the home did you look for medications?
I looked in the, to my recollection, I looked in the bathroom.
That's the only room you looked in was the master bathroom?
Looking for medications, yes, I believe that was the only place I looked for medications.
All right. Now, you started, is it a handwritten log, correct?
Correct.
Just a question. I know some older generations don't always keep their medication in the bathroom. Some people put their medications in the kitchen because it's like take with food, or take on an empty stomach, etc. I would assume like if you take before bed or take in the morning, maybe those would be in the bathroom. So, would there be any medications in the kitchen? Just a question. Not saying he did anything wrong. He was also told where medication might be from the wife, who would know. But just in general. Oops, sorry.
I looked in the, to my recollection, I looked in the bathroom.
That's the only room you looked in was the master bathroom?
Looking for medications, yes, I believe that was the only place I looked for medications.
All right. Now, you started, is it a handwritten log, correct?
Correct.
What's on the log?
You recognize this?
Yes.
All right. So that's a list of medications that were found. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that is not all in your handwriting, true?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. So what part of that is in your handwriting?
The first three of them that are in black ink, I believe, are my handwriting.
And are you aware who finished that report?
I do not know. No.
Let me grab that back from you. Can I take one moment, Your Honor?
I don't know about you, but this isn't looking good. I don't know what's going to come out.
The first 3 medications on this list were ones that you found.
Correct.
And what do you recall what those 3 medications were? Or do I need to have this back?
Yeah, I do not recall the medications.
Right.
Some of them have longer.
Before I get, I'm sorry, I have a tendency to talk over my work.
No, I'm sorry.
My mouth goes faster than my brain. Are you aware where the other medications that are in someone else's handwriting, where they were found?
I do not know.
All right. Let me just have you take a quick look at the first 3 then that you found again.
Okay.
And you said you found those 3 all in the master bathroom?
To my recollection, yes, I believe it did.
All right. And the first one on that list is naltrexone, correct?
Correct.
And are you aware what that medication is used for?
I am not.
All right. The next one is the hydrocodone, which we've spoken about, correct?
Yes.
Me.
I'll do my best. Doxycycline?
Doxycycline. Okay.
Yes.
Cycline. All right. And you're not aware what that medication is for?
No.
All right. We'll talk about that then later. All right. So during the time you were there, you only found 3 medications?
To my recollection, yes.
All right. Over that hour and a half?
Yes.
Now, you said that you had a conversation with Ms. Richins, and was it Ms. Richins that told you there were THC gummies, that Mr. Richins had possibly taken a THC gummy?
I believe she did mention there was THC gummies, yes.
Did you ask her where the gummies were located?
I do not recall if I asked her that question.
Would that be important to know since you were looking for medications to log?
Only if they were prescribed to him would I be looking for them.
Well, didn't you testify that you would also look for illicit drugs?
Right.
No, I was not looking for them, but if I had seen them during my time, then I would have made a note of them.
You would have made a note if you'd seen them. However, you were told that he had possibly taken this drug, but you didn't think to ask where that might be located so you could log it?
No.
All right.
I am perplexed by that one. I don't understand. Because, like, you're trying to figure out how and why and what he took or may not have taken, etc. Why not? Why?
So where specifically in the master bathroom did you look?
I believe I looked on the counter. If you walk in and then on the left side, there's a counter there. I believe I looked on the counter. I believe there was a mention of one of the drawers had it, and then also on the opposite side, above the toilet, there is a cabinet, and I looked in there.
I'm sorry, you say that last part again.
So on the right side of the bathroom, there's a toilet, and then above the toilet there is a cabinet, and I looked in there.
All right. And now that bathroom is connected to a walk-in closet, correct?
Correct.
So you go into the bathroom and then into the closet.
Yes.
Did you look in the closet?
No, I did not.
And you said you looked in the drawer, and I don't know if I understood you. Someone told you to look in the drawer?
I believe that somebody mentioned that there was a medication, not a medication pill bottle, but it's one of those organizers for pills in the drawer. And I believe that one of the deputies came to me and said that one of those was in the drawers in the bathroom. So that's why I looked in those drawers.
All right. So when you left at
Okay,
approximately 5
hang on.
a.m.
Hey, okay, I got a question. So, man, like, there might be like some pills like in like one of those pill organizer things in the drawer in the bathroom. So, like, if you find that, like, list those, right? So, like, what if like the THC gummies were in there? What do you do then? Do you categorize each one of the pills in there? You may not know what the pills are. Okay. I just have weird questions.
What did you do with that medication log?
So the medication log and the medication that was collected was left in the room on the dresser that was in that room.
You didn't hand it over to the person that was taking over for you?
No, I did not.
You didn't write a report that night, correct?
No.
But you went back and wrote a report in January of 23, correct?
That's correct.
So almost a year later?
Oh, no. No. Oh, come on. Why? No. No. Why did you write a report a year later? Why did you not sit down and write one then? Why? All right. Back it up just a smidge.
And what was the purpose of that January 23 report?
I was asked to write a report for that incident at that time, so I went back and wrote that report.
And was the purpose, well, let me rephrase. In that report, it was a very short report, correct?
Correct.
And it was basically that you left the medication log on the dresser, correct?
It was, yes, to describe my involvement in the case with the medication log, yes.
Why were you asked to do that a year later?
I don't recall why I was asked to do that. I was just asked by my supervisor, so I did it.
And you don't know why they needed that?
I do not know why they needed that.
Is it typical that you wouldn't write a report about what you did with the medication log at the time?
It depends on the involvement, the overall involvement that I have in a case. If my involvement is just a medical log where what I've done is logged on a medical log, then no, it's not typical that I would write a report.
All right. And did you type up what medications were found? Was that you or someone else who had typed up the medication list?
No, my involvement with the medication would be this log that you've given me.
So that's it. You were there for an hour and a half, and during the time you were there, well, about an hour and a half, you logged the 3 medications.
Correct.
And you only looked in the bathroom. You didn't look in the kitchen, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't look in the drawers in the bedroom?
No.
And you didn't look anywhere else in the house for medications?
Correct.
And you didn't ask Ms. Richins where medications for Mr. Richins would be located?
I believe I did ask her.
You didn't ask her where the THC was located?
No, I did not.
One moment.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You mentioned that you were also in charge of
I want to know, are you still the medical log person? Miss Olson, please ask him if he's done anything different since then. Is his procedurals changed? I want to know, did he change anything from what he did prior to this? I don't know if she can ask that. Vibe in you. Ask the question.
You mentioned that you were also in charge of scene security. What did you do in terms of security that night?
I
Right.
secured the room in which Mr. Richins was found.
How did you secure that room?
I just stayed by the door to make sure that no one was getting in.
That was the entirety of the security at the scene?
Well, that particular area, yes, there were some children in the house that were trying to get in, so my job was to make sure they didn't get into the room.
Did the children, they did try to get into the room?
Yes.
Was Ms. Richins with them?
No.
All right. And you said you're with K9, you're with K9 unit, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And as part of your duties to the K9 unit, you search for illicit drugs on
Ye-
scenes?
It
Fair.
depends, but yes, I have done that in the past, yes.
Well, I mean, the point of a K9 dog, isn't it a drug sniffing dog?
The point of mine, yes. Yes.
All right.
yes.
So you're familiar with searching for drugs on the scene?
Correct.
So is it fair to say that the search you did that day was not a complete search for drugs at that scene, correct?
Correct. I was not searching for drugs at that time.
So you were logging medication, but you weren't searching for medications.
That is, I was logging medication, but I was not searching for illegal narcotics.
You weren't searching for medications either, right? Other than what was in the bathroom.
Other than what was made known to me, yes.
Oh, she did not. She did not go there. Oh. You're there. You certainly did not look for medications. Now, did you? I gotta back that up. I don't think you realize that she did it.
But you
Oops.
weren't searching for medications.
That is,
Let's go back.
So you're familiar with searching for drugs on the scene.
correct.
So is it fair to say that the search you did that day was not a complete search for drugs at that scene, correct?
Correct. I was not searching for drugs at that time.
So you were logging medication, but you weren't searching for medications.
That is, I was logging medication, but I was not searching for illegal narcotics.
And you weren't searching for medications either, right? Other than what was in the bathroom.
Other than what was made known to me, yes.
I have nothing further.
I don't know. I mean,
Be sure.
do they need a search warrant to go look for things? Maybe that, like, if it's in plain sight, or if it's told to them by the person that owns the house. Is that where? Am I missing something?
Serving any further questions?
Yes, Your
Ugh.
Honor.
Please clarify.
Fentanyl, are you issued a body camera as part of your equipment?
Yes, I am.
Were you wearing a body camera on the night of March 4th, 2022?
Yes, I am.
When you prepared your report for this case, even though it was some time later, did you review your body camera to refresh your memory about what took place?
Yes, I did.
If we could please show the witness 1-28D. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is my body cam footage.
No, is it a? Can you tell how long it is by looking at that?
How long the
The clip that you're looking at, does it have a time on it? I don't see it.
it does not. What I can see does not have a time. Okay, now it does.
How long is that clip?
That looks a little bit over. It's about a minute and 53 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to move to admit 1-28D.
Please do. Because
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Any objection to admission of states 1-28D?
he's like, what? I'm sorry, I was busy.
Okay, 128D is admitted. Is there sound for this one, Scott?
There should be.
Yes, Your Honor. I just had a beautiful. Oh, I apologize. Okay, let me publish. Go ahead, sir.
So describe for the jury what we're looking at here on your body camera.
So this is the cabinet that was above the toilet that I was mentioning earlier. That was on the right side as you walk into the bathroom.
And this is the bathroom attached to the master bedroom.
Correct. This is the bathroom that I had mentioned earlier.
Are you opening the cabinet? It's kind of hard to see. We only have the bottom.
Yes.
And what are you looking for?
So again, I'm looking for medication that is prescribed to Mr. Richins.
And that was the counter you were talking about in the drawer. And so you testified that you're looking for medications of Mr. Richins, and you're not doing a full, complete search of this house, are you?
No, I'm not.
And that's because you don't have probable cause to do so.
I don't have a reason to search anywhere else in the house.
Thank you for answering my question. Yay! But we're going to go back to hear what his response was, which was interesting.
Mr. Richins, and you're not doing a full, complete search of this house, are you?
No, I'm not.
And that's because you don't have probable cause to do so.
I don't have a reason to search anywhere else in the house.
Right. And to do a complete search of a house, you need probable cause or a warrant, right?
Correct.
Thank you. Needed to answer that question. So it just popped in my head.
You're looking at that
Unless
cupboard above the
Kouri-
toilet. There were no THC gummies in there, were there?
Not that I can see, no.
And you opened it up and you looked inside.
Correct.
You didn't see any weed gummies in there.
I did not.
So unless Kouri directed him and said, "Oh yeah, there's some medications in the kitchen," he's not going to look for it
Ms. Lewis, anything within the scope of redirect?
within the scope of redirect.
Can you pull up State's Exhibit 1-8? Just hold it. Sure.
Let you know when you want the witness to see it. You'll see it at the same time as the witness, Ms. Lewis. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. You and the witness can see it.
Over here, I'm sorry. Okay. So in the body cam that we just saw, which is on your left, you're looking at a pill bottle, correct?
Correct.
And you took a photograph of that bottle?
I do not recall if I took a photograph of that bottle.
So the photograph on the right, is that the same bottle?
I believe so.
All right, right, we'd move to admit 1-8.
Okay.
States Exhibit 1-8 is admitted, and anything further on that, Ms. Lewis?
That's the hydrocodone model, correct?
Correct.
Now, you said you were, well, we saw in the video, you were looking at the cupboard above the toilet.
Correct.
Did you look on top of that cupboard?
Oh,
I do not recall if I did.
Well, that's a very high cupboard, correct?
I believe so.
So you wouldn't be able to see the top of the cupboard unless you got up on the toilet, true?
Probably.
And are you aware that later that is where all the THC gummies were located?
I wasn't made aware of that. No.
So when you were looking for the gummies, well, you were looking for medications. I know you weren't specifically looking for the gummies. But in your experience, do people usually keep illegal drugs just right in their bathroom cupboard, or do they often put them somewhere out of sight?
It depends.
They often put them somewhere out of sight. True.
I mean, they can. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you didn't look at the whole cupboard. True.
I just looked where there might be medication.
But not on top of the cupboard.
To my knowledge, I don't believe I looked on top of the cupboard.
All right. And did you photograph that before you started taking things and moving them around the cupboard to document it?
No, I did not.
no.
Let me ask you one other thing about when you secured the bedroom. Who came in and out of that bedroom when you were securing the bedroom?
There were some other deputies and possibly some medical personnel.
Anybody else at all?
I do not recall if anyone else came into the bedroom.
I have nothing further.
Anything further?
Oh, yeah.
Deputy, you can step down. Thank you. You might take that glass of water with you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I mean, look, we're Monday morning quarterbacks, right? We can go ahead and nitpick all these little things, and that's what the defense's job is to do. Poke holes in the prosecution's theory of whatever the case might be, right? So, did this deputy do his full due diligence? I don't know. He didn't take pictures of the cabinet before he moved the items. Is that at hand? I don't know. He documented what he documented, and he had his body cam, but he was also supposed to be securing the scene. So if you're securing the scene and you're also getting medication, are you really securing the scene? That's kind of what I had at her last little because like if you're in the bathroom, how can you be at the front of the door? Just saying. So I mean that they took a little bit of a hit there. But again, when you're looking at the whole picture, right? Does all of that really, really matter? I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see who's up next.
Before the court to be the truth, the whole truth.
Oh, who's this lovely lady? Oh, that was the lady that was in the body cam footage. Like the EMT lady. Well, she was the one that told Kouri that her husband had
Good morning.
passed.
Good morning.
So,
Go ahead and pull that mic close to you as we pick
sorry.
up your answers. Please state your name and spell your last name.
Margaret Offred, Offret.
You go by Margie. Is
I go
that
by
right?
Margie, yes.
Where do you work?
For this, I work for the University of Utah.
And what do you do for them?
I'm a medical assistant coordinator.
What about in 2022? What was your role back then?
Same role, but I also do part-time EMS, and at that time it was for Park City Fire.
What do you do as part-time EMS? What's that role?
Emergency responder, advanced EMT.
Is that similar to a paramedic?
Yes, one step below.
And how long have you been working as an advanced EMT?
Almost 40 years.
Now, given that experience, have you been called out to a death scene before?
Many, yes.
How many would you say?
Over the 40 years, probably more than 100.
Have you been called out to the scene of an overdose before?
Yes,
A drug overdose?
yes.
How many?
20 to 30.
What kind of certifications do you hold to be an advanced EMT?
Well, I have advanced life support, pediatric advanced life support, and I do monthly training and recertify every 2 years.
And you're up to date on that training?
Yes.
As you were back in 2022?
Yes,
Were you working on March 4th of 2022?
yes,
And did you respond to the scene at 282 Willow Court?
yes.
When you arrived, what did you do first?
We got our gear and went to the bedroom where our patient was.
Where was he when you arrived?
In the bedroom on the floor.
What was the position of Eric Richins when you arrived?
He was laying flat on the floor, straight.
Was he on a sheet?
I don't recall.
Let me show you States Exhibit 1-4S1. It'll pop up on your screen there. Do you see that?
Not yet.
You should be able to see it.
I can see it. I can see it.
Do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
The scene in the bedroom.
That's the scene that you were just describing.
Yes.
Judge, this has already been admitted. I would like to publish it to the jury.
No objection.
Okay, one moment.
So when you arrived on scene, if Mr. Richins had been on top of a sheet on the floor, would you have moved him?
No, only if it was in the way of what we were doing.
Now, were you made aware that Mr. Richins had been pulled to the ground from the bed?
I don't recall that we were aware of that. That's just where we found him.
Now, in your line of work, have you been on a scene where people have been pulled to the ground on a sheet to perform CPR in the past?
I don't recall sheets, but people have been pulled off the bed.
When you saw Eric Richins on the floor, was there anything that stood out to you about the position of his body?
That he was at the foot of the bed instead of the side of the bed.
Why did that stand out to you?
Because at most places when we go, the person is on the side of the bed. Just easier to get them off.
And anything about the physical position of his body that stood out to you?
He was just very straight.
What do you mean by that?
Straight, like everything was straight.
What would you expect if someone had been
Sometimes
pulled?
arm.
Did you perform life-saving procedures on Eric Richins?
Yes.
What did you do to attempt to resuscitate him?
We hooked up the Lucas machine. We started an interosseous anio needle and gave him epi and the cardiac arrest protocol.
So I'm going to have you describe a couple of those things for the jury because I know that you use these terms all the time, but they
Okay.
might not know. What is a Lucas machine?
A Lucas machine is the machine that does compressions for us so that we're free to do other things such as IVs, or IO needles, interosseous needles to give medications.
You also mentioned that Mr. Richins was given epi. What do you mean by that?
Epinephrine, which is a medication that we give to try and start the heart again.
And so those things were being performed on Mr. Richins.
Yes.
Is it also your protocol to ask if your patient is taking any medications?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
Did you ask Ms. Kouri Richins if Mr. Richins was taking any medications?
Yes, I believe I did.
Were you given any medications that Eric Richins was taking?
Yes, I believe she told me it's in my report, but naltrexone for Lyme disease, possibly.
Did she hand you that medication?
No.
Any other medications that you were made aware of that Eric Richins was taking?
She did also say CBD gummies.
As you are performing these life-saving measures on Eric Richins, are you also looking for things in his immediate area that might explain what's happening with him?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
Did you see anything that to you might explain what's going on with him?
No.
Now, when you've been on the scene for an overdose death or an overdose call in the past, what are some things that you see around the person that might indicate to you what's happening?
Sometimes you see drug paraphernalia or pill bottles.
Did you observe any of those things?
No.
Now, were you there when the time of death was called for Eric Richins?
Yes.
What time was that?
3:58, I believe.
And that would be in the morning, right?
Yes. AM.
Now, later you talked about Eric Richins being down sometime or dead sometime.
Yes.
What was that observation based on?
He was cold to the touch. His body was cold to the touch, and his heart rhythm, which when we hooked up the monitor, showed that he was in asystole.
What is asystole?
That's flatline.
So no heart.
No heart electroactivity at all.
Did that ever change while you were there?
No.
Just a moment. And those are all my questions for you. Thank you. The defense may have some as well.
Thank you.
Please listen.
They gave him Narcan. They didn't talk about that. They gave him Narcan because we saw that on the body cam. So she didn't ask that. They should have.
Please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You weren't the first EMT or EMS to arrive on the scene, correct?
Correct.
When you arrived on the scene, others were already starting to work on Mr. Richins, true?
One person, yes.
Was working on him.
Yes.
All right. And what was that person doing?
Compressions.
So you don't know if the body had already been arranged in any sort of way by the prior EMT.
I do not.
Now, when you were first called to the scene, you believed it was a call for cardiac arrest.
Correct. Yes.
That was the chief complaint that was brought to your attention.
Yes.
All right. And what did you do? What was the first thing you did when you arrived?
We hooked our I had a partner. We were hooking up our monitor to see what kind of heart rhythm we may have, and then attaching the Lucas machine, which does compressions for us.
That's cool.
It is cool.
All right. So you went directly into the bedroom when you arrived.
Yes.
And you later wrote a report. It's called a pre-hospital care report.
Yes.
Is that true?
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have you take a quick look at this and tell me if this is. Well, actually, can you just pull it up on the screen and show her?
She has it.
All right, is that your report?
Yes.
We'd move to admit that as, I guess, defense exhibit. I think now we're at 3005. All right, so
We're small.
it's yes, it is small here too. I can. All right, so where did you get the information that he was possibly having a cardiac arrest?
That's what the dispatch came across as.
So, but you didn't know if that was correct.
No.
And it turned out not to be correct, right?
That he was in cardiac arrest.
He didn't die of a cardiac arrest.
Well, I mean, he was in cardiac arrest. I did not know, and I don't know what he died from.
All right, explain that he was in cardiac arrest at that time. What is the
He was in asystole, which is a flat line, which means there's no electrical activity in the heart. That's cardiac arrest.
All right, so I
And he was
think
not breathing, obviously.
so. As a layperson, I was reading that you thought he was in the process of having a heart attack, but that's not accurate.
That's not accurate.
So that just means someone who is not having their heart functioning at the time when you're called in. That would just be called a cardiac arrest.
Correct.
All right. So
Okay, but you gave him
That
Narcan.
was the information that you based what you did
Yes.
following when you got there.
Yes.
All right. And when you arrived, you spoke with, well, first you said you went right into the room
Correct. Yes.
and you administered epinephrine.
Once we got our lines started, yes.
All right. And you also, I just lost the word. You also admitted,
Narcan.
Yes, we did give Narcan.
Okay. What's the purpose of Narcan?
Narcan is to reverse any possible drug overdoses with narcotics.
All right. But he had been asystole, help me with the word,
Asystole.
asystole for a while by the time you gave him that.
Yes.
And that typically would be helpful if it was given pretty immediate after.
Yes, that's kind of a last effort. Let's try this.
And then at what point did you go from in the bedroom to, well, let me rephrase that. What did you do next? You gave him the Narcan, you gave him the epinephrine, and what else did you do in the room?
I just continued to work the code until the Park City Fire medics got there.
What does that mean, work the code?
Tried to save him, continuing CPR, trying to figure out why he's in a cardiac arrest,
And
breathing for him, things like that.
were you able to determine why he was in cardiac arrest?
No.
Not at that time, anyway.
No.
And then you left the room, true?
Yes.
And at the point you left the room, you knew that he was deceased, correct?
Correct.
And you went out, and is the first person you spoke to one of the deputies that was there, Deputy Dillon?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling one of the deputies that you thought maybe it was possibly an aneurysm?
I just possibly coming up with ideas. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And at that time, did you know his medical history?
Yes. What I was given.
And who gave you that?
Kouri.
And she gave you the same medical history that she had already given to the deputies, correct?
I don't know.
Did you talk to the deputies about the fact that he had Lyme disease?
I think I probably told them that's what she told me.
And the information about what medications he was on, did that come from her or did that come from the deputies?
That came from her.
And this was after he'd already passed you got this information?
I believe while we were working the code, I had to ask those questions.
And you said that one of the medications that you were told he was on was naltrexone,
Correct.
and you were told that was for Lyme disease.
Correct.
However, that would be a off-brand use for naltrexone.
Correct.
Naltrexone is typically used for people that are suffering cravings either from drugs or alcohol, correct?
Correct.
I'm done.
We'll just move on unless you're going to ask this witness more questions about the.
Oh, okay. Naltrexone is used for people. I'm going to back it up. Getting off of, I want to see what the specific. To be honest, the lawyer's testifying. But let that go.
Correct.
Naltrexone is typically used for people that are suffering cravings either from drugs or alcohol, correct?
Correct.
Naltrexone is used for people craving drugs, or alcohol. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna have to Google that. Remember, we are not the jurors. We get to Google. They can't.
I'm done.
I'm done.
We'll just move on unless you're going to ask this witness more questions about the
Not about the naltrexone.
on-label and off-label uses of medications.
No, that was all.
Okay.
All right. All right. Just give me a moment. Let me just look at your report here. Can you tell me about, in your report, you talk about blood sugar obtained,
Yes.
and you say the blood sugar obtained of 458. That was his actual blood sugar at that time?
Yes.
That's extremely high, correct?
High.
All right. And would that be a natural thing just based on someone passing, that their blood sugar would go up?
I don't know why his blood sugar was that high.
All right. And you also have in there that he had a GCS of 3. Can you tell me what that means?
Glasgow Coma Score. So that's basically he scored 1 on everything, which it goes from 5 to 1. Someone who's alert and oriented would get a 5. Someone who is not responding gets a 1. That's the
All right.
lowest score you can get.
1 is the lowest score.
3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yes.
And tell me again, what does GCS stand for?
Glasgow Coma Score.
Okay, thank you. All right. So then, are you the one that told Ms. Richins that Eric was in fact deceased?
Yes.
This is something that you've had to do before?
Yes.
So it wasn't the first time you told someone that their spouse or someone else with them had passed?
No.
And I imagine this is difficult.
Very.
And I would imagine that you've seen many different reactions from different people to that kind of news. True?
Yes.
From silent shock, correct?
Yes.
To hysteria.
Mhm.
Sometimes people throw up.
I haven't seen that but once.
You haven't seen anyone throwing up after hearing that news?
Not really, no.
You never know what to expect, though.
Correct.
You never know how someone's going to react
True.
when they get terrible traumatic news like that.
Yes.
Probably a little bit different for an unexpected death than maybe someone who's been terminally ill. True?
Yes.
Is it fair to say unexpected deaths get a wider range of reactions than someone who's been dying, say, for months and it was expected?
Yes.
All right. Just back to your report for one moment. So everything in your report was done. You were just writing down what you did based on the information you had. True?
Yes. Yes.
And you didn't know if the information was correct at that time. It's just based on the information you had.
yes.
I'd move again to admit defense exhibit 300.
I'll withdraw my objection, Judge, if they want to admit it.
Okay. This would be defense. Give me the number again.
I believe it's
3005.
5, yes.
Katie, is that right? Okay. D3005 is admitted. Is there any part you want to publish to the jury?
Not at this time. I just wanted to admit it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else for this witness, Ms. Chauvenet?
Just briefly, Judge. So you testified to Ms. Lewis's questions that you had made a guess that maybe Eric Richins died of an aneurysm. Why did you make that guess?
Because he had a lot of blood coming out of his mouth when we arrived in while we were working on him
And was that happening? When was that happening, the blood?
during CPR.
So when you arrived, the blood was already coming out of Eric Richins' mouth.
Yes.
Did you have an explanation for why that blood was coming out of his mouth?
No.
No further questions, ma'am. Thank you.
Here we go. Within the scope of rebrand, please.
Reread.
It's not unusual to see blood
Cross.
come out of someone's mouth during CPR, correct?
Not normally, but it seemed more than normal.
All right. So the machine, the cool machine, what's it called?
Lucas machine.
Lucas, that, can you describe the sort of pressure that that machine uses?
Well, it compresses the chest as you would in CPR. It's a continuous compression that, it's like doing CPR with your arms, only more steady than a human can do.
And consistent in terms of the amount of pressure.
Correct, yes.
Whereas humans of different sizes have different amounts of pressure.
Correct.
Did the machine break any of Mr. Richins' ribs?
I have no idea.
You don't know. Does it sometimes do that?
I don't know.
All right. Well, as a trained EMT, when compressions are being given hard compressions,
Mhm.
if there's blood in the lungs, it wouldn't be unusual to see that come out, correct?
Correct, yes.
And in order to do efficient CPR, one, you would need to be trained, correct?
Correct.
And fair to say that a very small person who's untrained would have difficulty doing the strength of compressions that's necessary when giving CPR.
They could, yes.
All right, I have nothing.
No questions, Chip.
You can step down. Thank you.
Okay, so we did Google, and naltrexone, Naltrexone, is an FDA medication used to treat alcohol use disorder, which is called AUD, and opioid use disorder by blocking the euphoric and sedative effects of these substances on the brain. Interesting. Also, if you have not seen a Lucas machine, they are super cool. It's a machine, like, it's like this big or whatever, and so when you hear the body cam and you hear that, that's the Lucas machine going, and that's what I thought when I heard it. Very interesting. All right, let's move on. Let's see, who do we have next? Oh, another officer. We are
Go ahead and
on
move that mic close to your mouth. so you can
number
call your
8.
answers. State your name and spell your last name, please.
Andy Cernich, Crnich,
Where do you work?
Summit County Sheriff's Office.
What's your role there?
I am a sergeant on patrol.
And what about back in 2022? What was your role? First, let's talk about the sheriff's office. What were you doing for them in 2022?
In 2022, I was a sergeant working in the jail.
And back in 2022, did you have other first responder roles or other jobs that you did?
Yes, I also worked for the Summit County the South Summit Fire Department as a volunteer fire.
What do you do as a volunteer fireman for South Summit?
I respond to emergencies through the fire department and assist medical on medical calls.
So were you working on March 4th of 2022?
I was.
What capacity were you working in on that day?
I responded as a on-call firefighter to assist medical.
And did you respond to the home at 282 Willow Court?
I did.
Now, describe for the jury, even though you're a trained police officer, what happens when you're on duty as a fire department role?
On the fire department role, we're trained in numerous different things as first responders. I also recently had quit working for South Summit EMS as a advanced EMT. So we assist with whatever needs fire department needs. At that time, I assisted with the CPR efforts of the individual.
But it's fair to say that when you get called to a scene in your call.
Correct.
So you don't.
The individual.
But it's fair to say that when you get called to a scene in your EMS role, you don't mix that with your law enforcement role.
Correct.
You stay in that lane for that call.
Correct.
So what were your responsibilities? Just highlight that for the jury when you arrived at the scene that night.
When I arrived that night, EMS had arrived before I had. I asked what they needed and asked me to take over airway.
At some point during your responsibilities there, were you asked to look for medications?
I was.
If we could please show the witness Exhibit 1-5S.
He has it.
Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
That is the bedroom where we were working on the individual, and it shows me reaching into the nightstand.
Fair and accurate. Is that photo a fair and accurate representation of you on that night?
Yes.
I'll move to admit Exhibit 1-5S.
I just need to clarify, is there a second photo that's on this? Are there two photos? Because the one I have has two photos. And this may be a later one or an earlier one.
Mr. Mack, forgive me, is this the 1
There
through
is-
5
there is-
series? No, it's different.
Different number.
Okay.
There are two pictures. No objection. As long
Okay.
as both pictures come in, no objection.
Sure.
Okay, Scott, you go back to picture number 1. And I'll publish now. Just make sure the jury sees both photographs in 1-5S, which has been admitted.
And that's the exhibit you just looked at.
Yes.
And describe for the jury, where are you in this photo?
I'm the one wearing red next to the bed, where I just turned around from retrieving that bottle from the nightstand.
Scott, if we could go back to the first image, please. And what does this image show?
I believe that's where I was searching the nightstand drawers for any type of medications.
And you were asked to search, right?
Correct.
Who told you to look for medications?
I believe it was Margie Offert, who was the EMT on scene running the scenario, or not scenario, but the scene.
And Scott, if we could go to the next image. And you pulled something out of that nightstand, right?
Yes.
If we could show the witness Exhibit 1-8, please. This has already been admitted. We can publish it to the jury. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is that?
That is the pill bottle that I found in the nightstand.
Just a moment. Sir, those are all my questions for the defense. May I have some as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Nestor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, officer.
Good morning.
My name is Kathy Nestor. I represent Ms. Richins along with several other attorneys here. So I want to just clarify. You said when you first got there, you were assisting EMT that were already on the scene,
Correct.
and someone was already doing CPR on Mr. Richins when you arrived in the room.
I believe when I arrived, they were just hooking up the Lucas machine, which is a machine that does CPR or chest compressions.
Okay, so there was not a human doing compressions before they hooked up the Lucas machine.
I do not recall if they were doing it and stopped to hook up the machine or if they were actually in the process of hooking it up.
And the individual before they hooked up the machine, can you describe besides Miss Offred who was around the body?
I believe there was my partner firefighter that was there next to them and the other EMT that was on scene. I do not recall who that was.
Can you describe their build for me?
Medium build males.
Both males.
Yes.
Thank you. You took over the airway, so you had to just clear an airway so they could get oxygen to him.
Correct. So my job was to deliver oxygen to him.
So did you put a tube down his throat?
Yes, I did.
And when you put the tube down his throat, was there any blood on his face before you did that?
Not that I can remember, no.
Okay, great. And after you put the tube down his throat, did you see blood come out of his mouth?
Shortly after, there was blood that showed up in the tube and coming out of his mouth.
How far down does the tube go that you insert into his throat?
Sits on top of the larynx.
So down to about where your voice, that's your voice box, right?
Correct.
Sorry.
Yes, correct.
I'm great at biology. Okay. All right. So have you seen that before where when you insert a tube into someone's throat, it can cause there to be bleeding in their throat?
Not usually, but yes, I have seen that before.
Okay, great. So then they're doing the CPR, and you were asked by Ms. Offred, who we just heard from, Margie, to check the nightstand for any medication. Is that right?
Yes.
And I noticed, can you pull up, please, Exhibit 15S, which has already been admitted, Your Honor. Can we please publish? I noticed you went to the bedstand on that, the nightstand on that side of the bed, right?
Correct.
So was your understanding that was the side of the bed that Mr. Richins had been on?
Yes.
And you were pulling out a drawer. Is it the bottom drawer or the top drawer? Do you remember?
I believe there was only one drawer, but I am not sure.
I'd like to show you now exhibit, and this is not admitted yet. So if we could take down the publication and just let the witnessing counsel see exhibit 14S. Is it up?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is that the nightstand you pulled the pill out of?
That looks like the nightstand, yes.
Your Honor, could we move to admit 14S?
States 14S is admitted.
It's defense, yeah.
It's not the way it's marked.
Oh, we sure, right. It's 14S. Sorry about that. Okay, there's the nightstand, right?
Yes.
Okay. And on that nightstand, Katie, can you zoom in to the top of the nightstand if it's possible? You may not be able to on this photo. Yeah, there you go. So that's phone is sitting in a charger. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what it shows.
And right next to it, it looks like an Apple Watch that's on the little watch charger right next to it. Is that right? Can you tell?
Is that the one in front of the phone?
It's to the back of the phone.
Oh, okay.
See the
I
little
see that,
the little
yes.
square? I think that's an Apple Watch, but if I'm wrong, tell me.
I do not know. It very well could be.
And this picture of the nightstand, there's no wallet on it, correct?
Correct.
There's some pills and a little metal like push thing that you push pills out of, right? Do you see that next to the TV power?
Yes.
Right. And were those pills taken by you or anyone else, do you know, to be tested?
They were definitely not taken by me.
Okay. All right. Can we also just to the witness only show exhibit 1-9?
Sorry, we have to go back. What is she talking about? Pill pushy thingy. I don't know what she's talking about. Is it right here? Is that she's talking about? Oh, right here. Oh, that might be what she's talking about. Like it's an aluminum foil thingy and you push it through. Okay. Oh. She said that wasn't taken. We might be repeating ourselves, but
There's some pills and a little metal like push thing that you push pills out of, right? Do you see that next to the TV power?
Yes.
All right. And were those pills taken by you or anyone else, do you know, to be tested?
They were definitely not taken by me.
Okay. All right. Can we also just to the witness only show exhibit 1-9? Only the witness. It's not admitted yet, Your Honor. Do you see that picture? That's a little better and clear and close up.
Yes.
All right. In that picture, were you still there when the wallet was put on the nightstand?
I do not recall if I was or not.
Okay. But that is the same nightstand we're talking about.
Yes.
Your Honor, can we move to admit 1-9? Okay.
States 1-9 is admitted.
May we please publish it to the jury? Okay. Can we please blow that up as big as we can, just focused on the nightstand? Okay, so here you can see the Apple Watch a little more clearly, right?
Yes.
And you can also see a wallet that's been added to the table. It was not there before, right?
Yes.
Did you put that?
Aw, picture of the boys.
We don't know the timing of these photographs. That foundation has not been laid.
Well, it's in now, so.
Oh,
You can compare the photos. You can't state when the wallet was there or wasn't there.
Okay, sorry, I'll retract that. That's fair. Can we zoom in at the very bottom of the power TV? There's some white specks on the nightstand. Can you try to zoom into that if possible? Right there. Do you see those white specks on the nightstand?
Yes.
Did you see the white specks on the nightstand when you were there that night?
I do not recall it being there.
Did you gather them or swab them or put them in a little plastic bag to be tested later?
I did not.
So as you sit here now, can you tell the jury what those white specks are?
White space.
That's it. Also, was there a time where you found Mrs. Richins' phone and handed it to a deputy? Did the deputy come in looking for her phone?
I do not recall.
You can't remember that?
I do not.
Do you remember her phone being in the room at any point?
I do not.
All right. And did you personally have any conversations with Ms. Richins that night?
I may have asked her if he had taken anything or how long he had been down, but I do not recall.
You can't remember. For
I
sure.
don't know for sure.
In your experience, both as a police officer and a trained medical responder, is it fair to say that it was apparent to you he had been deceased for some time?
Yes.
Thank you. I think that's all I have. Just one moment. Thank you, Your Honor. I tender the witness.
Ms. Sherman.
One question, Judge. Sergeant Cernich, was it your job that night to collect evidence?
It was not.
That's all I have.
You can step down, sir. Thank you.
Mine.
You might
He
take
can
a glass of water.
Your Honor, you can be finally excused.
Yes, you are released, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, the state has a witness ready, but I think the defense wanted their expert to be present.
Judge, yes, we had an agreement that we would be notified of when the expert would be testifying, that we are expected to listen in. That wasn't done. So we're trying to work that right now. We emailed or texted our expert, and we're working on that, but he has not responded as of yet. So I've asked Mr. Burmester if he could move it to the back of the line until I get notice.
That expert is somebody that's physically present in the state of Utah.
Their expert.
Yours.
No, he's going to be remote WebEx listening in.
Okay. Maybe we take I'm going to let you stretch your legs here for a minute. This may take a minute. Rise to the jury, please.
So what we would
Mr. Ramos, tell me, what was your understanding of the deal that you had reached with State's Counsel?
So what we would do is we would be given 24-hour notice of their expert testifying, so we can make arrangements for our expert to be present physically or listen in to the proceedings.
With the idea that if they're listening in real time, they can send you feedback, suggestions.
Well, I mean, obviously, I would be able to consult with them if that was the case, but more than anything, so they could listen in to see if they were going to offer anything in rebuttal.
They can do that no matter what. I mean, I can watch the entirety of yesterday's proceedings right now
No,
on
I
our
understand
TV.
that. That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah.
kind of two-part.
Okay. And then I'm inferring that your position is that who's the expert?
Your Honor, it's Dr. Allmer, the medical examiner.
Okay. Was this person on the witness list for, or the proposed list
Well,
for
my
today?
eye.
Your Honor, I guess no, although we had a discussion at the end of yesterday's trial that where were we going after crime scene? And I said, you know, I informed counsel at 5 o'clock yesterday that we would be going to medical examiners after crime scene. So it was, it's not, this isn't a shock, but I did not say we will bring in Dr. Allmer tomorrow.
How long do you think you have in your direct with Dr. Ulmer?
Okay. I wrote down what Mr. Bloodworth said. They said they were going to do paramedics, first responders, and Miss Gibson. There was, unless Miss Gibson is the medical examiner, which I don't think that she is because they talked about her being the cell phone person. I didn't see Miss Gibson. I didn't see the medical examiner on the list. So, Mr. Bloodworth,
Said, you know, I informed counsel at 5 o'clock yesterday that we would be going to medical examiners after crime scene. So it was, it's not, this isn't a shock, but I did not say we will bring in Dr. Allmer tomorrow.
How long do you think you have in your direct with Dr. Ulmer?
My direct is probably 30 minutes.
So what if we say we'll do the direct of Dr. Ulmer, which your expert would be able to go back and review during the lunch hour if you need to, and we'll start cross after lunch.
So my only concern is that I'm attempting to get a hold of him to see if he's available right now to view those. So I sent a text message as soon as Mr. Burmester told me. So that's what I'm waiting on. I have no problem with that, assuming I can get confirmation that he's involved.
That's the best I can do.
So
That's the best I can do.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm expecting Maggie Mobley, who's the morgue clerk. She should be getting here any moment.
You want to slip her in first?
Yeah, if she gets here in the next minute or two, it would be no problem.
We could also start with Chelsea Gibson. We've been trying to accommodate Dr. Alma. She's out of town and all the things. And so that's why now. But we have we can start Chelsea Gibson. I think she's going to be along with.
I don't know if you would.
That's better for us because we get more time to be able to. Okay, that's what we expect.
When you say start, though, we would not be able to get her direct completed before lunch, correct? Would we be able to do Ms. Gibson, understanding we need to interrupt direct during lunch and cross her and then get Dr. Ulmer on and off today?
That's the state's concern, is that crosses have been tending to take longer than direct.
They take what they take, sure.
And I can't say that. I mean, if we were to start Chelsea Gibson.
Let's not do that. My sense is that that's a self-inflicted wound. So how close is Mr. Mobley?
Ms. Mobley, I'll go back out and check.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute restroom break. We'll see what percolates during that 5 minutes. Okay, very good.
Percolating. I like that. Percolating. All right. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, we get the lights.
Okay.
All right. Witness number 9 for the prosecution.
Thank you. Mr. The state's next witness.
Yes, the state would call Maggie Mobley.
Ms. Mobley, if you step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Maggie Mobley.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Mobley, can you please state your full name and then spell your last name for the record?
Maggie Mobley, Mobley.
Are you employed, Ms. Mobley?
Yes.
How?
I am employed at the Utah Office of the Medical Examiner.
In what capacity?
Right now, I'm a medical examiner's assistant.
Okay. Do you know the term morgue clerk?
Yes, that is what I was in 2022.
Oh, okay. So it's a different job assignment, not a
Yes.
rotating one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2022, you were a morgue clerk.
Correct.
Could you describe what a morgue clerk does?
A morgue clerk is responsible for receiving and releasing decedents, as well as answering phone calls and the door.
I see. So could you tell us just very briefly how a body comes in just generally and what the procedure is?
So a case will come up in our system. We will make a folder with the decedent's information, and then transport will bring the decedent to us, and that's when we take custody of the decedent, and then we will inventory the decedent's belongings.
I see. So you say transport. Is that oftentimes a vendor that's contracted with the Office of the Medical Examiner?
Yes.
Okay. In this case, were you working on March 4th, early morning,
Yes.
March 4th? Did you receive the body of Eric Richins on that morning?
I did.
Okay. So walk us through. The vendor brings the body in. What happens? What happens?
I'm responsible for breaking the seal.
Okay.
As long as the body bag has been sealed, I will take a photo of the seal before it has been broken. I'll record the number of the seal and then take photos of the decedent and his belongings, inventory that on an inventory sheet before putting the decedent in a cooler.
Okay. If there are belongings Are they inside the bag or outside of the bag?
Inside the bag.
I see. And when you have belongings, do they go in the refrigerator with the
Yes.
body?
The belongings will.
The belongings will. Okay. In this particular case, can we see already been offered?
Any objection to publishing to the jury, Mr. Ramos?
No, Judge.
Okay.
Do you recognize this?
I had no idea that your belongings go with you. No, I had no idea that your belongings go with you. No clue. Okay. Interesting.
Photograph?
Yes.
What is that?
That is the first photo I take before the seal. So that is the seal before broken. So it will be sealed on the scene,
Okay.
transported to us, and then that's the first photo I take before opening the body bag.
And did you make sure that this had not been broken
Yes.
into in a different way?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your key from the Office of Medical Examiner?
Yes.
Okay. So you how do you break the seal?
With scissors.
Okay. And then once that's happened, what did you do in this case?
You'll open the bag. We will write down the seal number on our papers for our record.
This is a written checklist or a written form
Yes.
that you fill out?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And then we record the clothing that the decedent would be wearing, any medications that would have come with the decedent, and any identification as well.
Okay. Did you record that in this case?
Yes.
And what did you do with the identification?
Driver's licenses, we make a copy on our copying machine, and those will stay with the folder and the paperwork.
How about any medications or medication bottles?
Yes, we receive those and put those in a locker as evidence.
Okay. And are those made available to the medical examiner doctor who later?
Yes. Our investigation will take custody of that, and the doctor has access to all of that information.
Upon completion of the autopsy, and if it comes to a point where there's no more need for the physical body, in this case of Eric Richins, what happens next to the body?
With the body, as you mean as a morgue clerk?
Yes.
We would release to a funeral home. In this case, I am unaware.
Okay. Are the driver's license and those sorts of things released to the funeral home as well?
Yes, as long as they were not collected as evidence.
I see. Okay. I don't have any more questions for this one.
Mr. Ramos.
Good morning, Ms. Walker.
Morning.
We've spoken on the phone before.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get clarification, it was unclear to me in the way the question was asked. When you receive the body, the medications are inside of the bag, correct?
Correct.
And I imagine they're in a separate bag.
They would be in either a paper bag or a plastic bag.
And do you open that bag?
I would not.
Okay.
Unless there was a driver's license in the same bag.
And in this case, do you remember if they were separate?
I'm unsure.
Okay. But you knew they were medications.
Yes.
And I imagine the reason, or just tell me the reason how you knew they were medications.
They're in the photo. You can see them.
And which photo was that?
Those intake photos.
Is it just the one that you just took? Or I'm sorry, the one that was just shown to you? Is there a different one?
I am responsible for taking photos when I receive the body.
Okay.
So they are with the body.
Do you remember the medications in this case specifically?
That's not my job to look.
Okay. I'm going to show you two documents, and just to her, Your Honor. And the first one, I do see I believe it's your initial or maybe even your full name. So we're going to start with that one. Okay. Do you recognize that?
I do.
Okay. And could you tell me kind of what it is?
That looks like a printout of the record that I put the medications in a locker and the chain of custody aspect of it.
Perfect. I'm going to show you another document, okay? Now, do you recognize what this document is?
I recognize what it is, yeah.
Okay. But you didn't do this part?
No.
Okay. One second. Now, is this this document that you're looking at right now?
Is there a chain of custody evidence problem with the medications? I don't know the answer to this. Let's see what's going to happen.
Is it related to this case?
Yeah, they're doing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
I'll give her one moment. You can now see.
This document that you're looking at right now, is it related to this case?
Yeah, they're doing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
I'll give her one moment. You can now see.
Yes.
Okay. And is this something that's kept kind of in the normal course of business?
Yes.
Okay. We would move to admit at this point, Judge.
No objection.
I need a number.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll put one
It'll be
on.
3006, Your Honor.
Okay, so any objection to publishing this to the jury, Mr. Permister?
No, Your Honor, I'll be
You
using
don't
it
need
for
to.
Dr. Homer.
No, we don't need to publish it right now, but just as long as it's admitted.
I just need to create a descriptor for Brittany, defense D3006, entitled Report on Prescriptions Found with Body is Admitted.
Perfect. Thank you. No further questions.
Anything further, Mr. Burmester?
No, Your Honor.
You can step down.
Thank you.
You're free to go. Thank you. What's next?
And this here, so.
Thanks for watching Legalese 123. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more content.